Hello there, what's good? Today we're gonna be trying out Jotaro Kujo in Rivals of Aether. Alright. Alright, first we're gonna be testing out the normal attacks. Okay. Got the jab. Which, as you can see, Jotaro has a combo counter. So whenever you attack an opponent, you'll trigger the combo counter. Let's see if he has anything else. Ooh. Okay, so he has the move from the anime on a second hit of his jab. So it's a 2-hit jab, but technically it's more so an 8-hit jab that you do. Let's try out the forward tilt. Alright, forward tilt's just like a kick. Down tilt. Okay, down tilt looks like it can combo. We got up tilt. Can combo into it. Alright. And dash attack. Yeah, that's it. So we got jab. You got side tilt, down tilt, up tilt, and dash attack. Alright, now we're gonna go check out his alternate colors. Alright, so now we're gonna check out the alternate colors. First we have the default color, Stardust Crusaders. Second color is from Diamond is Unbreakable, the white one. Third color, Stone Ocean from part 6. HFTF. This is that means Heritage for the Future, which was like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure video game, fighting game that came out in like the 1990s. Then we got some alternate skins for that game, I'm assuming. We got the white skin, orange skin, gray skin, pink skin, purple skin, green skin. This is OVA. And we got Dio, Jonathan, which is not the normal Jonathan. There's like a Jonathan with a coat. Then we have Joseph. We have Josuke, Giorno, Jolene, Old Joseph, Kakyoin, Abdul, Polnareff, Egg. I tried to figure out what this is, but I looked it up. I have no clue what this is supposed to be referencing. My best bet is that the stand skin is supposed to be Koichi from part 4, but I truly have no idea what this is. Bayo from the video game. DBZ, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Trunks, not sure though. Ryu and Akuma from Street Fighter. This looks, yeah, that looks kind of like Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5 maybe. UND Izanagi, Persona from Persona 4. And then we have, that literally just says, hold on. Yeah, it just says Stardust Crusaders, but backwards. And then back to default. Alright, so now that we got the colors out of the way, now we can move on to the aerials. Alright, now we're here on the Breaking Bad stage, the laboratory, with Walter White. And I'm gonna test out the aerials. So first we have neutral air. Seems pretty good. It looks like a knee of sorts. But I don't know, the animation looks kind of weird. It's like Jotaro's like, it looks strange. He's like extending his knee in a weird way. Then we have forward air. Looks similar to dash attack, if you can see. It's like a dash attack, but in the air. Next we have down air. This one looks pretty strong. I'm pretty sure this move could probably spike. Alright. We just got a sneak peek into his recovery. But yeah, so that's down air, then we have back air. Just like a backwards kick. It's pretty good. Definitely forward air. Which, yeah, it doesn't seem like that can hit from the ground. So, hold on. Just gonna knock him up, platform. Yeah, forward up air looks pretty good. It just looks like a good juggling move, maybe. Doesn't have like a ton of coverage. Like if I do it right here next to Walter, it's not gonna do anything. But vertically, it does have a lot of reach. Alright, so that's neutral air, forward air, down air, back air, and up air all covered. Alright, now we're gonna move on to the strong attacks. Okay, now we're here on Morio with Yoshikage Kira, which is another character I want to review sometime soon, you know. So let me know in the comments if you want to see him, you know, if you want me to review Yoshikage Kira. Alright, anyways, now on to the strong attacks. First we have forward strong. Alright, seems pretty strong. I think this is also the first we're seeing of Jotaro's stand, Start Platinum. Yeah, he hasn't really popped up on any other attacks before. Sound effects are pretty good, you know. Special attack, I mean down smash. Damn, those sound effects really are loud. But it would be, I guess, for the recording it's not great, but it would be really cool in game, you know. You're just beating off your opponent, you know, you're going at it, and then you hit him with the... Yeah, with the strong attack. Alright, and, ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. You can also move around while Star Platinum is doing a forward smash, so you could just, like... I'm gonna try to do, like, an attack. Yeah, just move over here. And you could just, like... attack your opponent, you know, leave Star Platinum there, maybe your opponent stays there for some reason, and then you go, and you attack your opponent. But anyways, so that was forward smash, down smash, sits on both sides, yeah, there we go, it wasn't working for some reason. But yeah, hits on both sides, kick attack, up smash, oh yeah, just kind of another stand rush. Only hits twice though. You'd think by the animation of the move it would hit more than like several times, but no, it only hits twice. I would have expected it to act more like the jab, but that's kind of whatever. So yeah, we got forward smash, down smash, and up smash. Alright, now we're gonna move on to the special moves. Alright, now we're on another stage with Hatsune Miku. Hey, if you know, you know. But, hey, yeah. If you know, you know. Anyways, special attacks. Now we're gonna go neutral special. Okay, it's Starfinger. Alright. I can jump? Yeah, I'm just tapping the button right now, so you just kind of like tap the button. What if I tap it again? Okay, and you can manually activate it. Yeah, but it does have like it's like a timer, you know, after a while, it'll just activate. What if I like walk around though? Okay, so... But, okay, so I do notice, you know, if you saw as I was walking around, Starfinger, it seems to, like, always, even if you, like, turn around, it always activates on the side, like, okay, the best way to explain it is, in whichever direction you're facing when you press the button, that's where that's the direction in which the move will come out. It doesn't matter if you turn around. Like you can see, I can activate it, and then I run at Miku when I turn around, it's still gonna activate in that direction, and I can't like change it in any way. Alright, now we have forward special. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's like a command grab. Can I do it in the air? Yeah. Alright, so I can do it in the air. And I'm gonna try, you know, I'm pretty sure since it's a command grab, I'm guessing maybe you can like throw in other directions, like up. Alright, so not up. What about down? Backwards. Hold on. Okay, you can like... Hold on. Okay, so you can throw the opponent backward. But only forwards and backwards. Forwards. And then, wait, what? Okay, you have to hold back. If you're gonna throw the opponent backwards, you have to hold in that direction before the stand makes contact with the opponent. You just gotta do it. Yeah, before the stand makes contact. Alright, next we got down special. Alright, it's like a stomp. Only works if the opponent's on the ground though. What if I do it in the air? Yeah, that doesn't do much. But if I do it like on top of Miku. There we go. Yeah, you can see like the punch itself has a hitbox, but if you do it in the air, you're not getting like the shockwave, only the punch. And then up special. You can angle it a little bit. Not like a lot, but like a bit. And this is a reference to Jotaro flying in part 3 when he like copies Dio's abilities. Which he never does again for some reason, which is like really dumb. But anyways. So yeah, this looks like it's a pretty decent recovery move, you know? Nothing too crazy, but it's pretty good. And yeah. I did also read on like on the Steam page that if you can like do down special in the air to do it sideways. So ooh yeah. Check, you can like up special and oh. Yeah, I fell off, but what I meant to do is so you do up special, right? And then you do down special to do like a dash forward. So you're up there. Yeah. It's like 1, 2. Can I do it in a different direction though? Wait, what the fuck? Huh? Is that? Yeah, I guess. Alright, whenever I review Miku, I'll have to check that out. But yeah, so you do up special and then down special. Can I change the direction though? Can I like face this way, but move in the other way? I don't think so. No. Okay, so if you're like facing like this forward in the air, you can't really go that deep for the edge guard. Cause, you know, you can't do the forward dash, so you're kind of screwed. You know, you go like... and you just die. But maybe... Okay, maybe if you do like... Oh, no, never mind. It does work. You can just do the angled version into the dash. Like... Yeah. You go in, you get that edge guard. And there you go. Alright, so yeah, that's the special moves. Neutral special. Star Finger, good for like combos. You know, you can hit the opponent around. Side special, command grab. Works the same, both on the ground and in the air. And then down special. It's a ground pound. You don't need to hold it, you can just tap it and it'll do the move. Kind of like, this could be good for combos, you know, you go and you do this, and then you hit him. And then, up special, the sort of upwards dash, which can also be comboed into a forward dash. It does go a bit down though, so don't, you should really think about that when you're recovering, you know. It doesn't go straight forward. It's like Ridley in Smash Bros. You gotta think about, the downwards trajectory, you know. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you have to do it like during like the very peak of the move, otherwise it won't work. So you just gotta... Alright, I did it wrong there, but you get the point. You do it, then you press down special, and be mindful that it does go down. Like, you can't just, like... I did it. Skilled myself again. Yeah, you can't just, like, expect to, like, recover from that distance. In that case, I hadn't used my wall jump. Let's say you're, like, down here, you know? Shut up. Alright. We're moving on. Next. Alright, now we're here in Eggman Land with Dr. Eggman. You know, he's chilling. I did mute him though, cause I'm pretty sure on like one or all his different like voices that he has, he swears all the time, so you know, just in case, you know, so that I don't get demonetized or like, you know, so that YouTube recommends my video, I just disabled him so that I don't have him swearing like a sailor throughout this whole segment. Anyways, so yeah, now we're gonna talk about Jotaro's gimmick, or main mechanic, which is his stand. If you see here, you know, several of his moves, you know, his down smash, his forward smash, his side special, neutral special, all of his specials really. They all use the stand, but you can also use the stand with your normal moves. To do this, you have to do the move, and then, like, immediately afterwards, press the parry button to do, like, a secondary hit with your stand. So, like, for instance, here, I'm gonna do forward tilt, normally, but then if I press the parry button right after doing it, you get the stand to do a follow-up attack. And you can do this with pretty much all of your normal moves, all your aerials. We got forward air. You can see on the combo counter, instead of being one hit like normal, it's 2 hits. So you get extra damage, extra power. For instance, here the normal forward air is only 5%, but if I do it with the stand, it does 13%, which is a big damage upgrade. The only exception I can think of is jab, because with jab, you already have the ora stand rush. So it wouldn't really make much sense for you to be able to use that move. And then also, with strongs you can't do it, because like you already use your stand in all of your strongs. You know, forward strong, down strong, up strong. Right? But then, yeah, you can't really use like the follow-up attack with your strongs. Or your specials, because you also use your stand in all your specials. But anyways, now onto the secondary gimmick, you could say. Jotaro can leave out his stand, essentially, with like a couple moves. I think like side special and maybe neutral special. If you press the parry button after the move's concluded, the stand will just stay out. There, I press parry, the stand's out, you know, it just kind of stays there. And it mimics your movement. Like here, I'm doing down tilt, the stand does down tilt. If I do forward strong, well, the stand, Jotaro doesn't do anything, he's just kind of chilling, you know? Because with the normal forward strong, the stand just does it. So yeah, the stand basically can do any of your moves. Forward air, down attack, down tilt. Oh, but it is good to mention that the stand doesn't have aerials, it'll just do like, it has one set of moves that it can use. So if you do forward tilt or forward air, it doesn't matter, the stand's gonna do the same thing. Same with up tilt and up air. And, you know, same with all of his moves. But with jab's a little different, you know, it'll do the rapid jab. You know, got the rapid jab there, and it doesn't matter if you hold the move or if you tap it, it'll do the same number of hits. So basically with this gimmick, what you can do is have like a puppet character situation where you control Jotaro and you're like doing main moves, and then you can hit the opponent into the stand. So right now I'm gonna try to hit Eggman into Star Platinum as he's doing the jab and then get a combo off. That's what I'm about to do. So I get him in, got the combo, and then I hit him off. So essentially that's what you can do. You can also use special moves. But of course, you know, the stand just kind of stays there. You can also change the direction of the stand, like by doing a move in a certain direction, like here, where I do Starfinger facing to the right, stand also faces to the right. But I am pretty sure the stand will always turn to face your opponent. So like, if I move this guy, just like push him a little bit. Move. Yeah, you can see he was facing Eggman as Eggman was falling down, but now that Eggman respawned, Star Platinum turns to face him. So your stand, no matter what, your stand will always try to face the opponent. And you can also reposition with side special to do the grab. You can also use down B. But, however, this is something to keep in mind. If you have your stand out, you can't really recover. Your up special just becomes like a little, tiny little jump here. You see. That doesn't really do much. You can't really recover with that. It's like a tiny little jump. You can see there, I tried to recover, right? But I wasn't really able to, because it doesn't have vertical momentum either. However, there is a solution, because you can recall your stand. Just by doing any of your normal moves or aerials, and then following it up with the parry button while the stand is out to get your stand back. Essentially to recall your stand. So it doesn't matter if like the stand is all the way over there. I can just do this, and the stand will come flying and to do the follow-up hit, and it'll just be recalled. So like in theory, if I'm just here, you know, Eggman knocks me off, I'm recovering. I could just do like a forward air to get my power back, right? Right? And then I can recover back to stage. So basically, that's how the stand gimmick works. You can use it as like a puppet character of sorts, attack from 2 different directions. You can use the stand to make your move stronger and just like follow up. And that's essentially what it does. However, there is one more special mechanic of this character, which is that Jotaro, you know, of course, has time stop, which is actually what this combo meter is for. If you get a certain number of hits on your combo, your neutral special turns into the time stop ability, and you can use it to just like stop time. Do keep in mind, like in a real match, it would be pretty hard to do this, you know? You'd have to get like a bunch of hits, and you do lose your combo if your opponent hits you. So you just have to like, you have to get like a good strong combo, and then you get time stop. I'm gonna try it right now, you know, and you do have to be quick too. Oh, you can see there I lost it. I'm gonna try again. Yep. You can see there I got 18 hits, and now I have access to the time stop ability. So you click neutral special, and you get... Oh shit. Okay, I kind of messed it up there because I did it while Eggman was recovering, but we're just gonna try this again. It does vary sometimes, but now, you can see before I got it with 18, now with 21. We're just gonna do time stop. You get hits. You know, and you get a lot of damage. Though, do keep in mind, it only lasts for 3 seconds. So, you know, it's best to be used when the opponent's at, like, a high percent, just to get the kill. You know, use it as a win condition, is essentially what I'm saying. Get the combo, get it to high damage, and then activate the time stop and kill the opponent with like a strong attack. But yeah, those are the gimmicks, and now we're gonna move on and we're gonna test out Jotaro against different characters to see how strong he is.